This is the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
From 98.1 CHFI Studios in Toronto, Canada.
Hey Toronto, this is Ed Sheeran.
This is Kelly Clarkson.
Hi, this is Bryan Adams.
This is Adele.
This is Madonna.
It's Michael Bublé, and you're listening to the Pooja and Gurdeep Show. It's fun. They're amazing.
So 'tis the season when, if you have kids who are at that age for college and university, they're starting to get the acceptance letters and starting to decide what's going to happen come September. What school are they going to go to? Are they staying at home, or are they going to go and live on residence and like have that whole experience?
It is an exciting and nerve-wracking time. And if you've gone through this, we'd love to hear from you. Do you have some advice for the parents that are going through this for the first time? My brother and sister-in-law are going through this for the first time with their eldest. My brother and my sister-in-law have 3 boys. Eldest is in grade 12.
I cannot believe that your nephew is in grade 12. I can't, I'm like, really? We're talking about the same nephew? He grew up too fast.
He just went on his grad trip to Punta Cana with all his friends. I'm like, you're flying alone to Punta Cana doing God knows what? He's a smart kid. He's a good kid, kind of an old soul. He got accepted to his top 2 choices. He shared it on our family group chat recently, so we're really excited for him. I'll say what the choices are. One is TMU, formerly Ryerson University. The other is Laurier in Waterloo.
Okay.
So 2 very different choices in that if he goes to TMU, he's going to be staying at home, living at home, which is very much the choice of my sister-in-law.
You think?
If he goes to Laurier, he's going to be going away. And I've been low-key kind of you should go away because I just think it's such a good experience. You learn so much. It makes you grow as a person. I'm thinking big picture.
And they appreciate their parents so much more when they come back because they're like, oh, right, toilet paper is expensive. Oh, there's nobody to make my bed for me or do my laundry. The little things that you take for granted from your parents, you start to really appreciate, and you appreciate how you were raised.
100%. Learn how to do your own laundry, all that stuff, right? So my sister-in-law is kind of like, shut up, stop pushing him for Laura. So I'm trying to step out of it, but it made me think, I went to McMaster, and I remember I was so excited. My parents dropped me off, the drive up, I was just so jacked up, I couldn't even sit still in the seat. Meanwhile, my poor mom is in the front seat. She cried the entire 45-minute drive there. My dad just stoic driving. Yeah. And my mom cried the entire 45-minute drive back. And selfish me was just happy to be there. I wasn't even really sort of dialing back my excitement to make space for her feelings. Yeah. I didn't even hide that.
I mean, you're not selfish. You're of the age where you need to spread your wings. It's the next chapter in your life. You are supposed to be excited about it, but it's also, for parents, that's that moment of letting go and hoping all the things that you did to raise them is going to pay off because you just got to trust in what you did and trust in your kid. Now that I'm a mom, I can actually say this about my son and my daughter, to think about them leaving without me and fending for themselves.
Little boaty guy heading out.
No, I can't do it. Can't put my brain there.
It's crazy because it's 2 different levels. I was all la-dee-da, mom will be fine. Meanwhile, my dad's telling me how much she cried. He told me years later how much she cried on the way home and cried when she got home. And now I see my sister-in-law going through that anguish of Ashoka, her eldest, possibly moving out. And even though he's not my son, he's my nephew, I'm starting to see it from the parents' perspective. So I have dialed back my enthusiasm for Laurier because I see it and I'm like, oh, this must really hurt.
And now you're going to be the one who's crying for 45 minutes on the drive there and the drive back.
Okay, maybe you have gone through this. Do you have some advice for my sister-in-law and brother who are going through this right now? For other parents who are going through this right now, we want to hear from you.
From CHFI Studios,
it's the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
Parents, you've gone through this with kids. How are you feeling? Do you have some advice? Because this is a big and difficult decision.
It's so emotional from all my friends who have gone through it or who are going through it. We want to hear from you. Let's go to Michelle in Toronto. Do you have some advice?
I haven't gone through it, but I am about to go through it, so I'd like to hear some advice from parents. I have twins, much like you, who are going to be they're in grade 12, and they are getting their choices in right now, and my daughter would like to either go to Queens or Ottawa or Windsor. Which part of the province do we want to live in?
Oh, wow.
And so far. And then my son would like to go to Mac, which is okay, but it's just they all want to live in residence. They want nothing to do with us once they leave.
And you're losing 2 at the same time because they're twins. That's going to be your reality too, Pooj, in 16 years.
I know.
Oh, that's
tough.
I
thought of that. You're going to lose. Yeah, it's and I have a boy and a girl twins as well. And you know what? I have tears in my eyes just listening to what you guys just talked about a minute ago.
Well, Michelle, I'm just thinking even for your twins, they're separating from one another.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. This keeps getting sadder. Listen, Michelle, keep us posted when your kids make their decision. Give us a call back, and we'll try to get some calls and hopefully give you some advice. So keep listening.
And it's just can't believe it's 3 more months and that's it.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Don't worry,
Okay,
the 4 years will go by fast and they'll be back living at home because everything's too expensive. So you'll get them back.
Right. They can't buy a house.
Yeah. Thanks, Michelle.
Thanks.
Adrian in Niagara Falls.
25 years ago, my first son went to Windsor, and my son and I, my youngest son, my husband, and his girlfriend took him to university. And like you said, that he cried, his sister-in-law is going to cry. I cried all the way home, and my youngest son says, "What are you crying for?" But it broke my heart. But you know what? That's the best thing for them because he came back and he's grown. I never let my boys do anything when they were younger, and they learned how to clean their room. They knew how to spend their money. Mind you, the first year was a little tough because he kept saying, "I need more money. I need more money."
Then there's that.
That hasn't changed. That part's probably gotten worse. But Adrian, that is such beautiful perspective that you came around to that way of thinking. I hope my sister-in-law is listening, and I hope other parents who are wrestling with the decision are listening too. We really appreciate your perspective.
Yes, and tell her she's going to be fine. She'll appreciate the kids more back then after.
Totally agree. Thank you so much, Adrian.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Corey from Brantford, you've got some advice for parents.
Having been, I got into Brock and Laurier, but Laurier in my hometown, and my parents didn't let me go to Brock. And it's something that always sat with me that I really missed out on that opportunity. I lived at home with them while I went to Laurier, so it was interesting. I thought maybe that's like flip side perspective for people to consider. They might resent you even a little bit if you don't let them go and have that opportunity with love and support.
Mm-hmm.
That's a
great
good
point.
perspective. Corey, thank you so much for sharing that with us. We appreciate you.
Yeah, thanks. Have a good day.
The Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
From 98.1 CHFI.
Let's do a little Finish the Lyrics Spring Edition. All spring-themed lyrics in songs that you know and love.
There is something about the sun shining and, you hear your favorite song on the radio. You put the two together. It's such a great feeling.
Wind's blowing in your hair.
Yes.
Great. All right, so Pooj, we've each got a few songs queued up. We don't know what these are going to be ahead of time. You got to finish the lyrics. Okay, here is your first song. Pooja, finish the lyrics when the music stops. Play along at home.
Paint my nails cherry red.
Oh, the sins.
Those weren't even words.
All the things that you love.
No.
What?
That gets a triple buzzer.
Here are the lyrics.
Match the roses that you lay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I thought you were going to get that
Cherry
one.
red.
Yeah. Match the roses that you left was what Miley's saying. All right,
Your turn.
I'm going to turn down my sarcasm because I'm probably going to flub this. Here we go.
Okay.
Just one look at you, and I know
Loving it, loving it, loving it. I'm loving it.
Close.
it's gonna be a lovely day.
Lovely day.
Almost.
Is that what he's saying?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't know that's what he was saying. I
Almost.
thought he was saying loving it. Okay, Pooch, here's song number 2. Finish the lyrics, Spring Edition.
So don't delay, act now, supplies are running out. Allow if you're still alive, 6 to 8 years to arrive.
And you don't know what? I'm even singing because you always give me songs I don't even know.
I don't think. Did you ever know these lyrics?
No.
No, me neither.
These lyrics are shocking. He goes, so don't delay, act now, supplies are running out, and if you're still alive, 6 to 8 years to arrive.
And if you follow them, be out tomorrow, but if the authors shun, you might as well be walking on the sun.
No way.
It's the only part we knew was mine. Is really walking
if you had said just you might as well be walking in the sun, I would have given it to you. But
No, it's not going to happen. I'm really bad at this game. Okay, let's see if you're any better. Here's song number 2 for you.
Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along.
if you feel like you know the real truth.
If you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy.
No.
I thought I was hoping you'd pause at the part where I just have to say, because I'm happy. Because I'm happy.
Here I think I actually know music and I know the songs. And turns out, no.
Oh, shoot. Oh, I should have got that one. That felt like a layup.
Okay, one
All
more
right.
each?
Yeah, okay, Pooch, I feel good about you getting this one.
Oh, okay.
Here is that rainbow I've been praying for.
It's gonna be a bright sunshining day. Yes.
Bright sunshine.
Shiny day,
Sunshiny.
but we're gonna
Oh,
give it to
I said
you.
shining.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
You had pretty much all of
All
it.
right,
Well done.
last one for you. And this one, for some reason, I also think you're going to get.
Oh. Take me away a higher place.
Keep going.
And it's take me on vacation. No.
For sure you get that. It's pocket full of sunshine.
Oh, well, I got a pocket full of something right now.
Maybe you did better at home.
From CHFI Studios,
It's the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
Spring. Oh,
Yes.
this is like the sign of optimism.
And I don't know about you, but like this is a different feeling in the air. Some of it is a different scent.
Sorry, that was me.
There are different scents when you feel like it's spring, right?
Mm-hmm.
And also now all the snow has melted, so you can actually see the grass.
Yeah, your backyard. You get to see it again. I don't have a backyard because I'm in a condo. But Steph, what's going on at your place?
So there was a lot of snow, we know, and my kids went back there and they were playing with the dog and they made trails and mazes and all this stuff. And then a couple weeks ago, I was talking about I can't wait to go clean up in the backyard and get everything springified. And my son says, "Oh, when you're back there cleaning, I dropped a toonie."
In the snow.
And I'm like, what? I go, when did you drop a toonie? And he's like, when we were playing with Coda, he's like, it fell out of my pocket. He's like, there's $2 somewhere in the backyard. And I'm like, I'm not going to find that. It's probably buried. And he's like, okay, but when you go back there, he's like, if you find a toonie, it's mine.
He's calling dibs on if you find a toonie in the backyard now that the snow has melted. That's
And
hilarious.
My backyards are like huge. So I don't even know where to start looking. I feel like if it gets found, it's going to get found by the lawnmower.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
going to
get
get
chewed
stuck
up?
in the
Yeah.
yeah. You don't want that to
Also,
happen.
your son's 12. Like, $2 is $2, man. Like, I would want that too.
Go back there and look for yourself.
Yeah, true.
Right?
But I bet people who live in houses and have backyards, you probably find all kinds of crazy stuff in your backyard, like once the snow has melted.
Yeah, now that it has, like I've noticed all of a sudden there's all these like children's toys popping up in my backyard that I didn't know were back there.
Do they belong to your kids?
I
Are they
hope
random
so.
children's toys?
And completely discolored.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. This is so true. I'm hoping it's there.
Is this because they're playing in the snow? They're playing in the backyard, and then like their
And they-
stuff gets snowed on, and you forget it's there.
That's exactly it. And they've dropped it or whatever. It
It's
was
like
already
if-
back there somewhere, and then it came to light.
It's like buried treasure.
Yes. I mean, hopefully. Why does it, for whatever reason, the stuff that comes up from the snow is never really worth anything? It's
It's
always like,
not.
oh, it's like a cardboard box or something that you didn't
Well,
want
what,
in
are
your
you, what are you
backyard.
hoping to find? A toonie? Like, what are you
Yes.
something back there?
Yes.
She's Ezio. She wants a
Which
toonie.
is like, ooh, I found a pergola.
Yeah. Usually you do spring cleaning, you find money in your pocket. You don't find it in your
It's
backyard.
garbage. It's always garbage. Like the snow melted and there's boxes in my backyard. I'm like, how did boxes get scattered in my
Yeah.
backyard?
You guys, let me teach you. If you want the good stuff, forget the backyard. You got to check under the couch cushions. That's where the good stuff is.
Yeah,
That's
you
where the
might be
good
right.
stuff's buried.
Some popcorn, some
Yeah,
M&Ms.
some popcorn. It's still good. It's still good. Some cash.
Gross.
What is the
paperclip.
all the stuff that goes in your miscellaneous drawer, basically?
Guys, I need a paperclip. Hang on.
Hold on. Let me
Just
dig.
wait.
The Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
This is the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
We want to know, what's the weirdest thing you found in your yard after the snow melted? We're officially in spring, and now we can see the grass, but we can also see all the things that are left over in the backyard. Maybe it's in your front yard.
You found something weird, didn't you?
Well, I found my kids' toys, but I don't remember going back there like in the snow and using the toys, so I don't know how they got there.
Now they're like new toys again because you haven't seen them in 6 months. You probably thought they were lost. What's the weirdest thing you found in your yard after the snow melted? Debbie in Stony Creek.
Well, having a new puppy who is very excited to see people when they arrive have to grab the shoe. Well, we found my daughter's Croc.
Oh,
no! So it's funny because while it was missing, we're looking for it, and I'm giving her heck because they don't put things away properly. So as the snow melts, there's her Croc. So thank God, plastic, they didn't get damaged, but we found a Croc.
That's so funny. See, I thought you were going to say because you have a dog, you found some other buried treasures there when the snow melted, because that has happened at my mom's place. Coffee has left some surprises.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Well, they're bones and stuff like that, but yeah, I thought the Croc was fun to share.
Oh, that's so fun. I love that.
Thanks for the call, Debbie.
Take care.
Crocs. You gotta wear them together. You can't just wear one Croc.
Everything is new now when you find it in the backyard. This is great. All right, keep them coming. What is the weirdest thing you found in your yard after the snow melted? You can drop us a text at 981-981. Crystal and Whitby.
Well, I actually lost my bank card, and I happened to find it right on the side of my grass line of my driveway after all the snow melted.
Oh, my gosh, your bank card?
My bank card.
Hold on, Crystal, I got follow-up questions. Do you just carry your cards, like, loose on your person? Are they not in, like, I figured you'd lose, like, your whole wallet. How do you just lose one bank card?
Sometimes I just take stuff and I put it in my pocket, or, I don't carry everything in a purse.
Oh, that feels like a hectic way to live your life.
Crystal, thank you so much for sharing. And by the way, you probably got another bank card after you lost it, so this one doesn't do anything for you?
Well, actually, I did not replace my bank card. I just put a hold on my card so that I wouldn't use it, and then I used my credit card at that time.
Do you think does the bank card still work after being in the snow that long?
Yeah, it sure did.
Oh, wow. Canadian bank cards are durable. Crystal, thank you for the call.
Okay, thanks.
The things you learn. I got to say, I'm kind of with Crystal on this. I have done this where like I'm holding kids, like I'm actually holding my daughter. So I have to put something that I need right away right in my pocket because going in the purse, it's too much work.
That feels messy.
It can be. It can
I feel
be.
like that's symptomatic of your life being a mess. If you just have loose cards in your purse, that feels really messy.
I can't date you. You have loose cards.
It's a red flag.
We'll never get along.
Flag on the play.
We're getting texts as well, by the way. What's the weirdest thing you have found in your yard after the snow melted? And Priya from Brampton saying an entire pizza box. No pizza.
What?
Just the box.
That's awesome.
Did I eat pizza outside? Did it fly in from someone else's yard? Mysteries.
That is awesome. That's bonus pizza.
Getting some great text to 981-981. Kevin from Scarborough saying a perfectly frozen garden gnome that I swear I don't own. What? Either my neighbor lost it or it walked here itself.
That is so creepy. Imagine the snow melts. You just see like a little hat poking out. You're like, is that a person?
Just
no, it's a garden gnome. Sonia in Etobicoke texting in saying, a pair of socks, not mine, not my family's. Who lost socks in my yard? What? That would weird me out.
We've had some windy days, but even then it doesn't explain how socks from a neighbor's yard.
Is that blowing out of someone's bedroom, like your neighbor, into your backyard?
I don't know. It seems unlikely. Chris from Oakville texting 981-981 saying, a Christmas ornament. Not sure if I dropped it or if Santa had a rough landing.
Yeah, some terrific texts here. My husband found a boomer jacket still in a store bag with tags on it. That's from Edna. What's a boomer jacket?
I would think she meant a bomber jacket.
Oh,
like a bomber jacket.
I like boomer jacket better. Is this just a jacket for older people?
Yeah, what does that look like?
I don't know.
But still, like what?
It's got a lot of pockets.
You lost a whole bag of like clothing?
And with the tags on and everything, how does that even happen?
I wonder if you could still wear it.
Yeah,
so many follow-up questions.
It's a boomer jacket. You can do whatever you want.
Michelle from Pickering writing us a full can of unopened beer. Either a gift from the beer fairy or my neighbor had a rough night.
The beer fairy, very giving. One more here, another Michelle. This is Michelle from Toronto saying, good morning. I found my mail key that I'd been missing all winter long, buried under the ice in the backyard. Needless to say, I wasn't able to check my mail.
No.
You can't get a backup?
You probably can.
Her mailbox is probably overflowing.
Michelle's really like, the bills, you know.
Yeah, true. Sorry, can't pay them.
Those
Lost my
speeding
key.
tickets.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah, this is a pretty good excuse. Keep your texts coming. We love them. What's the weirdest thing you found in your yard after the snow melted? You can text us at 981-981. Mandy from Keswick writing us, good morning. I found a half-eaten breaded chicken breast on my front window ledge. Okay. Felt bad removing it as I worry some poor squirrel will be hungry.
A half-eaten breaded chicken breast on my front window. So
gosh.
I'm trying to like CSI this. So the squirrel probably found that chicken breast somewhere, took it up to the window ledge to eat it on a safe perch, then got like spooked or something, or like full. He ate too much. He's like, oh, I'm going to leave this here. I'm going to come back for dessert. And then he forgot, like he lost his bearings and he's like, what house was that again?
What? This is where your mind goes?
Yeah.
You've made up a whole like backstory for the squirrel?
He's been checking various subdivision neighborhoods trying to figure out where that window ledge was. But plot twist, that squirrel, I was a big fan of the Pooja and Gurdeep show. Listen, he's like, yes.
Yes.
Now he knows.
Squirrel, just, head to,
Keswick. Mandy and Keswick. That's where you want to go.
It's that subdivision that you thought it was.
Yes, Keswick. You were checking in Curtis. You want to go to Keswick.
Oh, my goodness. Rachel from Vaughan also writing us a single mitten. Mitten.
Why do you say that so
funny?
Weird?
A single mitten.
Midden.
Mitten. A single, now it's lost all meaning. A single mitten. Not a pair, just one. Somewhere out there is a very cold, very confused person. Look, mitts, first to go.
Those are meant to be lost.
Yes.
You know how many, when I'm walking my dog, you know how many like random mitts I see that like someone has put up on a ledge because someone must have dropped it and they'll put it like...
Well, what's the backstory? Go ahead.
Hey, listen, okay? I can only come up with one backstory per segment.
From CHFI Studios,
It's the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
Well, this is very exciting. It's a Pooja and Gurdeep show first. You know, we have the lovable Frankie Flowers from Breakfast Television on the show. Usually you're calling in. Frankie, Breakfast Television has moved to this campus here at Jarvis and Bloor. You're now going to join us in studio every Thursday.
I get to see you guys.
Hey.
It's nice that you showered for me. Thank you.
We clean up nice.
Oh, you do.
Yeah, we do. So we're going to play a game because it's the first day of spring officially.
Yes.
We're going to play a game of Bud or Dud. Your name is Frankie Flowers. You have flowers in your name.
Yeah. Don't add so much pressure to him.
Okay, sorry.
Okay.
So you have to just tell us, is it a bud, like a real flower or plant, or is it a dud?
Just let you know, like there's millions of flowers out there. They're finding new species each and every day when you go to the rainforest and whatnot and developing them. So if I don't know a few, it's just that I'm learning every day. I'm always growing.
Sounds like he's setting a low bar to me.
Yeah.
That's what I do in my dating life too.
Just so you know, there's billions of guys out there, okay? So if I'm not the one for you, like that's fine. Like it's okay.
And just so you know, the game that you play in dating is like bud or dud. It's the same thing.
This is the perfect
Depending on how the
icebreaker.
date goes, right?
Yeah.
Try it yourself, kids. Okay, so we're going to throw out some flower names, Frankie. You tell us bud or dud, and I'm going to either or you.
Nice. I like the low tech.
We spend our entire budget on this. Who do you want to start?
We don't got that fancy TV money. Okay, here we go. Bud or dud, Frankie Flowers, sneezewort.
Sneezewort is actually a bud.
Yeah.
Wow, no hesitation.
It's a cute daisy-like flower with a name that suggests it could trigger allergies.
Okay, Frankie.
Yeah.
Bud or dud?
Yeah.
Hooker's lips.
Dud.
That's real.
Yeah, hooker's lips are a Psychotria elata, a tropical plant with bright red bracts that look disturbingly like puckered lips. I can't make this stuff up.
I just thought because we're here on Jarvis, it was just not real.
All right, moving on.
Okay. Granny's Whisper.
Granny's Whisper. I'm going to say dud.
Really? That is a dud.
Yeah,
it's not
you got
real.
that right.
Okay,
Yeah, you got it
good.
right.
Yeah.
Granny's Whisper is not
Okay.
real.
I'm getting all, I'm like, wow, I'm trying to think.
Okay, how about this one, Frankie? Bud or dud?
Yeah.
The snoring pansy.
One of my favorite plants is a pansy because it's an edible flower, bright spring, really resistant as well, but no.
Yeah, it's a
You're
dud.
doing very well,
It's a
Frankie.
dud.
He's 3 for 4.
Wow.
Pansies are like a happy plant too, and they're edible. You can put them on salads. So if you want a little spring color at this time of year, take some of those pansies, throw it in your salad. Your friends are going to think you're foo-foo and cool, and they're edible.
Oh, love that. Okay. What about this one? Bud or dud, Frankie? Bladderwort.
That is a bud.
Yeah.
Wow.
Can you tell us more, or do you want me to tell you more?
I would rather you tell me more at this point.
Frankie's like, it's early.
I'm tired.
It's an aquatic coniferous plant with little bladders that trap tiny prey.
Cool.
Wow.
Isn't that cool though? Like honestly, when you think about the world of plants and there's all these like little factoids, like when you think of the pitcher plant, which it actually traps insects, which is really cool. There's another plant called the obedient plant where you can actually move the flowers and they'll stay in place.
No way.
Yeah.
I'm going to start calling my children obedient plants so that maybe they'll listen to me.
Yeah, I
and
love
stay in
this.
place when I tell them to.
Frankie Flowers went 4 for 5, batting 800. That is, if you were a baseball player, you'd be in the Hall of Fame.
I'd be making way more money.
Frankie Flowers, we're so excited to have you in person every Thursday. Welcome to the neighborhood. We love you.
So great to be here. Hey, everybody, have a blooming, great first day of spring.
Thanks for listening to the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
Listen to Pooja and Gurdeep live weekday mornings from 5 to 9.
Only on 98.1 CHFI.
Toronto's perfect music mix.